Hello guys, how are you today? I hope you're having a fantastic day, and this is Friday, so it's almost the end of the week and the weekend is here, and I'm very happy because it's been a long week. So welcome guys to the reading, and I just wanted to let you know, like, before we start, like I really would like to thank you for all the support in the lovely messages and the people that have reached out. Thank you so much. You're giving me a lot of support and encouragement so that I can do more videos, and also like all kind of comments are welcomed in the section down below. If you want to also send me an email and ask me anything, like feel welcome to do so. So now that I have said this very important thing that I wanted to share with you guys, let's start right away with your reading. And today's reading is all about your in-laws or future in-laws. If now you are in a committed relationship, if you are single, if you are wanting to know what your future in-laws are going to be, or even if you are married right now and you want to know like what do your in-laws actually think of you, this is your reading. So I'm just gonna give you the options first so that you can choose the option that you feel most drawn to. And this is the option number 1 with the hand, the option number 2 with the crystals, and the option number 3 with the moon. So please feel free to choose your pile, and you can go directly to the pile that you have chosen by clicking on the timestamps down below in the info box. All right, so I will see you at your pile, and let's start right away with option number 1, which is the hand. And we're gonna leave those two in here for a second, and let's start right away with your reading, guys. Welcome to the reading. Option number 1, this is your reading. What your in-laws are going to be, how are they going to feel about you. And I will just make sure that it's actually visible, and it is. There is a little bit of glare, so yeah, I think this is much better for some. Yeah. Oh, okay. So I would love to start the reading with knowing like who are actually your future mother-in-law and father-in-law. So we're gonna look at their personalities first, and then from there we're gonna look at what they actually think of you. All right, so let's start right away with option number 1. And with this hand here, I see mostly that the parents of your future spouse are going to be very protective. But let's see in which way. Are they going to be protecting their child from you, or are they going to be protecting your actual union? Only the cards that we're gonna get in a bit are going to give us maybe additional information on what actually this symbol means. And so for option number 1, please, who are their future or their current father and mother-in-law? And we're gonna start with the father. Who is the father-in-law with option number 1? Who is he as a person? Who is he? And let's start with the shuffling. Let's see 3 cards for we have the Chariot. So your future father-in-law is someone that takes charge. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. He's the man of the house. He's I feel a very masculine energy out of this person. So he's the one that does all the work, and sometimes he feels like he's not very appreciated with this 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So he does a lot of work, but sometimes he really questioned like, what is this work actually like? He's questioning the purpose of all the work that he's doing for his family. So maybe I see here there is a mother, and she's gardening with a child. So I see that maybe your future mother-in-law or your current mother-in-law, I'll just refer to it as the mother-in-law. Okay. So I see mostly that after she had kids, she was most of the time focused on the kids and focused on maybe the house chores, and she maybe have neglected at some point in time her husband, and she focused mostly on the things that she should do. So when she had her children, she maybe forgot a little bit that she was a wife, and she became like mostly a mother. But either ways, like, your father-in-law was always there to provide for his family, and I see that also that he might retreat a little bit. So if it gets a little bit tough, he's not the one that he will cause a lot of chaos or anything. He will just like retreat in his own bubble and feel a little bit when he feel like he's a little bit stressed or a little bit overwhelmed by like life circumstances, he will just retreat and be with himself so that he can figure things out. So if there is something that is actually tough, especially emotionally, he's not the type of person that will actually share those problems. Like it's either that he doesn't want to maybe cause any kind of troubles for his wife and family in general, or maybe he's just not comfortable sharing his own problems with people, even the closest one, as in his family. So now let's see when it comes to your mother-in-law. Who is she? Who is this person? Who is this mother-in-law? So definitely the father-in-law is a responsible man, very masculine, takes charge of things. He's the head of the house. So let's see who is the mother-in-law. Oh, 4 cards, all right. And we have the Knight of Swords, the Temperance, the Strength, and Justice in reverse. So I see mostly that your mother-in-law is someone that actually will defend her family and defend the closest ones, even if they are not, even if it's not fair, or maybe she's not worried that much about fairness or justice. She's just mostly worried about keeping things balanced and keeping her own family balanced and happy. And with this Knight of Swords, I see that she's like very assertive in how the things should be in the household. And she's quite an opinionated woman, and she does not back down from sharing her own opinions about things, about how things should be, about maybe even the way that their children dress. But I don't see much involvement with her husband in the same way. I see mostly that she definitely wants to be the stronger one in the family. So she wants to offer strength and support to her members of like her family, but not necessarily, because there are no cups in here. And with the Temperance, I don't see really emotional connection. I see mostly like trying to keep things balanced, trying to keep the day as usual. If there is a routine that is kept each day, she makes sure, like if they have maybe dinner at a particular time, if there is like a certain thing that they do, maybe a group activity, a family activity that they do, she makes sure that those things keep like being like as usual. And in that way she wants to keep that equilibrium and balance. But in terms of bringing emotional support and giving her maybe expressing her feelings to the family, I don't see that very clearly in the spread. I see mostly that she does like offer a lot of support and encouragement to her family. And also, if there is something that maybe if she and her husband went through some rough times, she was the one actually who was the stronger one in the relationship. And she's a very strong woman. It's just that she doesn't express herself emotionally in the best ways. All right, but she can have a quite sharp tongue, as in she does not back down from expressing her own opinions. But let's see right now, when it comes to you, how do they feel about you? How do they feel about option number 1? So let's see. First, I wanted to see like right at the early stages of them meeting you. So at the beginning, like when they will meet you, or maybe if they have met you like for short periods of time. So I just wanted to know, like right now, what do they would feel about you when you will not know each other very well. So maybe first encounter, or maybe you have the Knight of Wands, Knave of Swords. So definitely the father-in-law is going to be wanting to get more information about you, like either by like your background, what was your education, where have you lived, things about also your family. And also with the Knight of Chalices, he will be very like nice to you and very like very inviting. You will feel very welcomed when you will meet your father-in-law. But also with the Knight of Wands in reverse, he will have some kind of reservations, because he's someone that really he's going to be willing to know a lot of things about you before he would make actually a decision to either be okay with you being with his son or daughter, or maybe to express his discontentment of the relationship. So this is the mother. So he will take his time so that he will know you a little bit better. Maybe he will ask a lot of questions to his son or daughter about you. And yeah, so he will not make up his mind like right off the bat and judge you right from the first second. He will take his time actually to know you better. But mostly I see that he is going to be very nice and very polite with you, and he will make sure that at the first encounter you will feel very, very welcome. So it's very nice. And as for of the mother, we have the King of Chalices, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. Excuse me. So with the Knight of Chalices, I see that you will not know like what the mother actually would feel about you. She would be a bit closed off. So with the King of Chalices, we know it's a person that actually is very he does know how to manipulate his feelings, and he's capable of showing only the things that he would want to show in terms of his emotions. So with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, I see that I will be very blunt, okay? So for your mother-in-law, first impression of you, she will not be she would feel like there is something missing. It's just like she would imagine her son to be with a certain kind of a person, but maybe you are a completely different person for what she envisioned, and now she's a bit perplexed, as in she has put in so much like she has educated her child, and she has done so much for the child, and she feels like all the effort that she has put in might be going maybe to waste or something. So just keep in mind that this is a first impression. And with this hand in here, I see that there might be some kind of reservations at the beginning, because I feel like maybe their child, it's not that their family is well off, but their child might have some kind of a breakthrough financially, and they have been very, very proud of him. So maybe he has gotten a very good job, or maybe he has gotten his things together. There maybe he has bought a new home, a new house, and things are right now looking very good for their child. And the fact that maybe if you are still maybe a student, when you will get introduced to the family of your future spouse, they will think that maybe you are not there yet and you still need to do a lot of things. So this is the first impression of both your father and your mother-in-law. Now let's see what they will think of you, like when they will know you a little bit better. So when they will know option number one a little bit better, how is it going to be like? How are they going to feel about their daughter, son-in-law? Let's see. So I felt like turning this a little bit. Okay, now it's better. Very jumpy energy. What is that all about? So what is the father going to think of you when he will know you actually better, because he was the one that was very curious to know you. Oh. This Four of Cups, it gave me a very different message. I will tell you about it in a second, because I would need to, yeah, definitely. So I will look for the Chariot card right now, and so that I can show you what I mean, because we have seen at the beginning of the reading, when it comes to the energy of your future father-in-law, that he was represented by the Chariot card. And in the Chariot card, it's like this, and it's actually empty. Let's see, where is the Chariot? Yeah, here it is. So we have seen at the beginning of the reading that your father-in-law is represented by the Chariot card, and it's the same like automobile, or I don't know, the same vehicle. And we can see in here that there is a woman that is like at the driver's seat, and she's happy by the people that are inside. So I see that your father-in-law is actually the one taking in charge, and the one that is driving the family, as in the one taking things by hand, and he's very happy to count you as one of his family members. So definitely you will get the blessings of the father-in-law, and he will be very happy to have you as a member of the family. Also, with this Knight of Pentacles and Ace of Chalices, I see that he will be bonding along very much with you emotionally, and will be willing to provide for you just as a father. So it's a very beautiful energy. He will definitely be happy to have you as a member of his family and as a spouse of his child. And yeah, he will be he will be very connected to you, even emotionally. So, and we can see that in terms of emotions, like even we can see that the father-in-law, he was in need maybe of emotional support, or maybe to connect with someone emotionally, and I see that you will provide that side to him. So maybe you will call him and check up on him, and see maybe if he's okay, and ask him about his health, and he will appreciate that very much. So he will definitely feel connected to you, and he will be willing to be just like a father to you. So very nice. Now let's see for the mother. The mother-in-law, we have the Queen of Swords. And we have seen that she was represented by the Knight of Swords. Yeah, it came out again. So yeah, quite a sharp tongue. A lot of swords. So she'll be on your case for sure. Yeah. And Five of Pentacles in reverse. So she will be willing to share with you a lot of things, as an example, if she has some things that she holds valuable to her, she will be willing to share it with you. But just keep in mind that she will not be very straightforward to you, but the things that she will be straightforward with is the way that she will express herself to you. So if there is something that she feels like it's not good maybe for her child, so let's just keep in mind that this woman in here, she's very, very focused on her family. Yeah, even the father, he doesn't have a chance. So her children are her life, and she's very protective. Yeah, and it's obviously clear with this hand as the symbol of your option. She's very protective. She does not back down for making comments if there is something that she feels like she needs to be done. And sometimes she might like say things to her child that you will not be aware of. So just keep that in mind with this Seven of Swords. She will be maybe saying something that she might not feel very comfortable saying to you directly. So she will just go to her child and express herself in the way that she usually does. All right. So I see from one side she will be opening up, but just when it comes to the things that she has or no. But when it comes to her heart and yeah, when it comes to affection, I don't see that. But we don't as a descriptive of this person, she's not really a person that opens up even to her family. So don't take it personally or anything. Like, she's not the most expressive person emotionally, and all she can do maybe to express her attachment and to her family is by telling them maybe the things that should be done, you know, the usual things. So she shares her opinions, and that's the way that she feels like she can help her family. So yeah, now let's see, when it comes to the mutual energy of both the mother and the father-in-law, what do they see that you brought to their child? What have you brought to their child? So, cycles. So definitely you gave them a sense of stability, awareness, and you make them aware maybe of the things that they do, and yeah, nature. And with this awareness card, I see that you're not the person that actually like keep intention, like always, like you're not on your you will not be on your spouse case, so you will not be calling all the time. You're not the clingy kind of person, so that they definitely are going to see that, and they definitely are going to appreciate your good intentions towards their child. Also, they will be they will see that you are you're going to be receiving a lot from your spouse, and yeah, it's like your spouse is going to do a lot for you, and the shadow, but you will bring a certain kind of structure, spiritual awakening, awareness. Yeah, so maybe some things that your future spouse is going to be doing, or maybe some things some people that will be around him that or her that are going to be quite toxic and not very good for them. You will make sure that you will open their eyes to maybe the things that they do wrong, or maybe, so you will be very inspiring to your future spouse to do better in terms of either the way that they perceive people, or maybe if they waste money on things that they shouldn't be wasting money on. So definitely you're going to have a very positive impact on your future spouse. Altar. And what else? So yeah, you're going like to construct a certain kind of cocoon with your spouse. And this hand, I see that with time it's going to be reversed. I see that you are going to be even more close to your spouse, and you're going to have like it's going to be, yeah, solution. It's going almost to be funny to both of you guys, because you're going to be like 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 plotting together, and if some, like as an example, if someone will say something or do something that one of you is not going to like, you're going to be a very protective of each other. It's like you're going to construct that cocoon that is unbreakable between you two. And definitely the parents, your future father and mother-in-law, are going to recognize that like with time you have found this solution, that maybe even if there are some problems that are occurring outside of you, you will always feel protected and very safe inside the cocoon that you have both of you built. So definitely they will see that maybe if you are a woman, you will be doing a lot of things in the house, and you will be helping your spouse in the best way that you can. And also with the cycles, you will be structuring their life. So maybe if they didn't have like a very good routine, you will be the one that actually is going to structure some kind of organization and balance in within the household. Yeah, and with this nature, I see that you're going to be very good at maybe decorating or maybe organizing. So maybe you will be very good at making that place that you will be living in with your future spouse like a heaven on earth. So people that are going to be coming in your house, they will going to be very amazed with the things that you have done to the house and how you decorate, and the beautiful smells in the inside of either having plants inside the house, or something that is going to give people a very good feeling when they will be invited to your place. All right, so this is what I see for you guys, option number one. Thank you guys for watching. Please feel free to comment down below so that I can know like what kind of readings you would want me to do in the future. Also for private readings, all information is linked down below. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. So for people that have chosen option number 2, or this beautiful card with crystals, let's see your reading. Well, who are your future father and mother-in-law? And we're gonna start right away with like discovering who are they as people, like who is your father-in-law, who is your mother-in-law. So let's have some cards for you guys. I'll just shuffle a little bit so that we can tapping into your energy and the energies of your father and mother-in-law. Okay, so for option number 2, please, reading about their family-in-law. One second, I'll just shuffle very quick so that we can have your cards. So the father-in-law. So who is he? Who is the father-in-law of option number 2? Ooh, that flew. The Hierophant. Oh, very traditional man. A man that goes by the book. A man that does things just the way they should be done. So he goes to his job. He supports his family. Yeah, and he has sacrificed a lot for his family. So maybe he has been traveling. Yeah, but he has been traveling to bring the bacon to the house, or maybe he has been working for long hours. So he has sacrificed a lot for his family, because for him this is a man's job, and this is what the head of the family is supposed to do. So he goes to it like he does things as a family man by the book. And it actually, even if he suffered a lot by providing to his family, it brings him a lot of happiness to see, like you can see this child in here, like he's very happy. So all the efforts that he puts into bringing valuable things to his family and supporting his kids and wife, just seeing their family happy and fulfilled and provided for brings him excuse me, brings him a tremendous amount of happiness. So he's definitely a very good person in terms of he puts his family first. All right. So let's see for the mother-in-law right now. Who is the mother-in-law? But for some reason, I see that maybe the father-in-law was absent or maybe away. Um, he was like going away maybe for his job. Yeah, yeah. We have the Knave of Wands. Yeah. So we can see here with this Three of Wands, I see that the mother-in-law was waiting for the father-in-law to come back from his work, or maybe to yeah, she was always waiting for him. So maybe he went for work, maybe for some days, and then she would wait for him. And in his time of being away, she would take charge of the household with this emperor. So she was the one who's like making the rules, who's disciplining the kids, who's like she was doing everything in the house. So the father was providing financially. I see that mostly when it comes to finances, but when it comes to the mother, she was doing everything else. So definitely she had a very like a strong role in the family. And with this Knave of Wands, I see also that there was like a very joyful and also as an example, she, even if she was the one that would put discipline on her children, she will play with them. She will maybe have a little bit of fun in the household. She will do activities. Also, I see that maybe she would take them if there is a beach nearby. She will take them to the beach. She will go outside with her kids. So she was doing a lot. So definitely, like either ways, like for the mother and the father-in-law, they were doing a lot for their kids. That's what I see mostly. And I see that also with this card that you have chosen, which is the card of crystals. And we can see that crystals are very strong. So definitely they have done a lot for their kids. All right. So let's see right now, but we're gonna look at like just the first impression, or maybe just how they will feel about you in the early stages. So what are they going to feel about you in the early stages of you meeting each other? So this is the father-in-law, the Ace of Swords, in the Four of Wands. I see that the father-in-law will look at the whole thing as a positive thing, because they will see that their child will need stability and will need to be in a family, to have a family. So they will be very encouraging for their child to actually get a stable life and start a family, because we know already that this person is very family oriented, and they see that every person should be in certain structure, so that they can feel that they actually belong, and that they can do things in their life and be fulfilled. So with this Ace of Swords, I see also that they are going to be very honest, and also seeking clarity with this combination with the Two of Wands, seeking clarity from their child. So they will be asking questions and see like I don't know why I have the impression that maybe you are maybe different from your future spouse. So maybe they will be asking them, they will ask and they will get answers, but they will not really understand, as in you might be quite different for them, and they might take time actually to make a decision about you. So maybe you are from different even religions or cultures, and yeah, and we can see that this man is very traditional, so they will have a bit of they will take a little bit of time so that they can make a decision, or like about your marriage. So let's see right now with the mother, and we have the Seven of Pentacles, I don't know why. I know that it's not what the card actually means, but I see that the mother will ask you maybe to go out, like just the two of you. Yeah, and also with this Chariot card, I see that she will be wanting to have some solo time with you, so that you can maybe know a little bit more about you. And also the seven number is like a slow number, and with this Lovers in reverse, so she will not be making any rush decisions. She will be very open-minded and getting to know you, and yeah, she will be very open to getting to know you at maybe a deeper level. And it's very understandable, because we have seen, like, we are now looking at the first impressions. And with this Chariot card, I also link it to maybe you two going together, and yeah, having some time, just the two of you, so that you can know each other a little bit more. All right, so now let's see, after a little bit of time, when they will know you a little bit better, how are they going to feel about you. So when they will know you, and when time will pass by, how are they going to feel about you? So let's start with the father. And we got 3 cards. The first card is the Two of Cups in reverse, and the Ace of let's see, also this one, Ace of Cups, and then the Death in reverse, and the Judgment in reverse. So I see that the father-in-law might be very impatient. I don't know if his child is going to be hitting that age where he should already be getting married, and maybe already having kids and stuff. So he will be a little bit pushy, and yeah, he's going to be like making you guys rush into things, and he is going to be the one that is going to be very encouraging of you, both of you, getting married. So with this Judgment in reverse, even if you decide that it is not the right time, or maybe that you need to slow down, your father-in-law really is going to, yeah, be a little bit disappointed, but still, at least if he knows that both of you are going to be married to each other at the end of the day, that is actually going to make him happy, just to know that either ways you're going to get married. It's just a matter of time. But as I have said, he's going to be very pushy. So for the father-in-law, like, mostly I don't see like how he would feel about you, because I see that he would see in you like a very appropriate partner for his child, and the only thing that actually matters to him is when is the wedding. So yeah. What do I see? What do I see? So maybe you will be expressing to the father-in-law that you might be going maybe somewhere, and it's like, what is this? It's like you would want maybe to take your time, maybe discover yourself a little bit better, maybe go on a trip, and I don't know if you'd want maybe to go on a very long trip with your future spouse. So yeah, they're going to be a little bit disappointed by that, because they would want to guys to be married first. So yeah. So let's see now with the mother-in-law. How is she going to be feeling about you? And we got the Queen of Pentacles. So she would be very giving, and she would be also very motherly. Queen of Wands. And oh, Jesus. 3 queens. I need to get another one. Yeah. So yeah, I see that actually both of them are going to be excuse me, very supportive of the idea of you two getting married. I don't see a lot of energy regarding you. I mostly see when it comes to the mother, and she would be like doing everything. Like she wants to get involved. She wants to, yeah, she's going to be very excited. She would want maybe to start planning, yeah, what's going to be with the wedding. And she would have like some kind of idea on how the things should be. And yeah, she might have like some kind of reservations on maybe how things you would want them to be, and you don't, she's not okay maybe about that. So maybe I'll just give you an example, guys. So maybe you have talks maybe about children and stuff, and you have expressed to the mother-in-law that yeah, children is not right now, maybe in the like in a couple of years or something. So the mother might be a little bit more a little bit disappointed by some decision that you are going to be sharing with them. So please keep in mind that if you want to share something with your future father, mother-in-law, they might not be okay with it. So if there is something that is not really asked directly from them, like, there is no need to share those things, because we know that we have different opinions about different things, and sometimes they would feel disappointed if things that don't go their way. So yeah, with this Queen of Wands, I see, as I have said earlier, that she is going to be very willing to give a hand either on the preparations of the wedding or like anything. So she will be willing to provide financially, also with ideas, and also with this Queen of Swords in here, also with her opinions. Yeah, she's going to be very excited and happy and willing to contribute in any kind of way. So definitely very good impressions of the father and the mother-in-law. So now let's see, when it comes to the mutual energies, what do they think that you will bring to their child? Receive, intentions, dance. So you have brought a lot of happiness to their child, and also a hope for them that their child is going to finally be happy. So maybe the relationship that their child have been through in the past, they were very toxic and absolutely like not what they would want for their child. And now that they have met you, you gave them a lot of hope that finally their child is gonna dance with joy. Yeah, freedom. Yeah, he's gonna like break free from all the toxic and very unfulfilling relationships that he has been through. So definitely they're going to see the whole relationship piece, yeah, in a very good way. Forgiveness. And also, like, you might what I see with this forgiveness card, you might disagree on how the things should be and should not be, but you will be very assertive and getting your boundaries very clear. And even if you will argue about some things, you will always reconciliate, and there won't be any feud that will be for a long time. There always going to be peace at the end. So don't, like, people argue all the time, but for you guys, compromise. Yeah, definitely. So you will always reach a kind of compromise for you to be in a peaceful state, and for the family to stick together. Duel and prisoner. So I see that they will actually be happy that you have been succeeded in locking their child down because I see that maybe their child has been a little bit of a rebel, or he had some kind of reservations when it comes to marriage. He didn't want to get married. He just wanted to be single and having like living his life. And maybe having like some not very fulfilling relationships here and there, and the fact that you have the like succeeded in getting that person to get finally married, they were going to be ecstatic. So yeah, I see that they're going to hold you at very high regards, because like I'm getting a message very very clearly, because of one thing is that you have actually made one of their biggest dreams come true, is that to see their child having a family. So they have been hoping and setting the intentions to the universe and praying to God so that their child might like at last make that decisions that actually being in a family is a good thing for him or her. And the fact that now that you are introduced as a future daughter-in-law, and even when you two guys are going to be married, they're going to be thankful to you for the rest of their lives. So yeah, it's a very very beautiful reading, guys. Thank you very much for watching. This is what I see from the cards that I have got for you. Please feel free to comment down below so that I can know what kind of readings you would want me to do in the future. Also, I would love to interact with you. If there is any kind of questions, you can like send them to me directly by email, or maybe comment down below as well. And I would like to add as well that private readings are also available, and you can reach out to me by clicking on the info box down below so that we can know all the information that you would need. And thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. So the last but not least, so the third option that you have chosen, guys, which is the card of the moon. And I'm just gonna tell you right now that we're gonna look at first how are the mother and the father-in-law are going to be like in terms of their personality. So we're gonna look at that at first, and then we're gonna see how they will perceive you in the first encounters, and how they will perceive you like when you will know each other a little bit better. But now, as I have said at the beginning, let's see how they will be as people. So who are they? Who are the father-in-law and the mother-in-law? Let's start with the father-in-law. So option number 3, please, father-in-law. Who is this person? Who is the father-in-law of option number 3? The 8 of Cups. So it's definitely a person that likes being with people. He likes like going out with his family, maybe going to do some activities with his family. He also, I see that he might be collecting something, so he might be very passionate about collecting something in particular. We have the 8 of Chalices in reverse. So he's the kind of person that will stick around even if things get tough. The Ace of Wands, and with this Ace of Wands in reverse, I see that even when the arguments get heated, he's not the one that is going maybe to say hurtful things, or maybe be too passionate about the arguments. He's quite a tempered person, and he's not the one that is going maybe to say things out of rage or out of anger and hurt people in the arguments. Excuse me. So yeah, I see that maybe he had like very big dreams in his life, and he actually succeeded in realizing his dreams. So maybe he is now like having a dream house, a dream family, a dream wife. Like he has succeeded to build a very good life for himself and also for his family. So definitely a very like a kind of person that just want peace for everybody. I don't know why I see that, but this person, like he values peace and harmony and tranquility more than anything. So maybe if there are some arguments, he will just like, he will not be the one to scream, or the sun, the tower. Yeah, and his wife is the opposite. So I see with the sun, I see mostly that his wife, I don't know, I get this message. His wife might be a little bit loud, and also she's the one maybe to be if there is an argument, to throw some kind of tantrums or to be a little bit more angrier than her husband. And also with this four of, I thought it was a chariot. This four of cups in reverse, I see that she does things even if she doesn't want to, for the sake of her family. So we can see here with the sun that also with the picture that is depicted in the card, I see that family for her is especially one child. I don't know if you are going to marry that child that she, yeah, there is one child that she actually prefers. I'm just gonna say that, but I don't know which one that you're going to be getting married to, or if she maybe it's probably that she's she only has one child, and she like her child is everything to her. But I see that mostly when it comes to arguing, she gets a little bit too emotional, and yeah, she gets angry. Sometimes she say things that she does not necessarily mean. But other than that, she's a very happy person, and she brings lots of happiness in the household. So maybe I see that maybe she has a certain kind of sense of humor, or so even if she's a little bit dramatic, and the way that she argues, I see that she's actually the sunshine of the household. All right. So now let's see how the father and mother-in-law are going to see you or feel about you, but when maybe they will first meet you, or at the way beginnings, like the beginning stages of your relationships with relationship with them. Ace of Swords in reverse. I see that the father-in-law maybe is not going to be sharing his real thoughts about how he feels about you at first. So he will keep like his opinions for himself, but the most important things for him is that he will just make sure that you will bring a certain kind of stability to his child, because I see also that this man values stability. And with this Eight of Swords, I see that he will look at this stability in terms of your own education. So I see that he values people that are studious, values that people that work a lot and do a lot for themselves. We have seen that he's actually also someone that has worked a lot to achieve what he has in his life right now. So definitely he will value a person that will bring a certain type of stability to their child, and he will actually see that in you. So I don't know if you are now studying, or maybe thinking about maybe getting a very high diploma, or if you already have like a very good education background, or coming from a very stable family. So he will see in you that you will bring to their child a sense of stability, and also that you are a very hard-working person. So, but there are things that they will think of you, but they will not necessarily share. All right. So they will not be too straightforward right off the bat, right from the bat, about how they will feel about you. Oh, I just noticed here with this with the card that you have chosen, it's like a moon, but with two different colors. It's like the yin and the yang. And yeah, we can see also that the father and the mother-in-law are complete opposites of each other. And we have seen for the mother that she's represented by the sun, and it's the illuminated part of the moon. So let's see also if it's the case that you will think differently when it comes to you. Five of Swords. the moon. Yeah, they're going to be talking to each other about you and stuff, but they will not be communicating that to you. And I don't even see that they will be communicating that to their child. So they will be a little bit reluctant on like, now let's talk about the mother, and then we can talk about both of them. So there is an idea of the kind of person that the mother-in-law wanted her child to be with, and she doesn't see that at the first encounter. But she mostly would feel that maybe there are things that she doesn't know about you, and that they are very important, and maybe that her son sees something in you that is actually not true. So I'll just give you an example. If you come off as a this is just an example. If you are very if you take care a lot of your appearance, if you go like a little bit over the top with the way that like this is perceived by the mother-in-law, so she would think maybe that you are a little bit superficial, and that her son maybe only is attracted to you by the way that you look, especially if you are if she sees in you that you are very attractive. So maybe she would feel like her son maybe got to you not because you have with this card as well, not because you are connected at a soul level, but maybe because your relationship is a little bit superficial. But now let's see how they will look at you when you you are going to know each other a little bit more. So if you know a little when you know each other a little bit more, how is the father going to feel about you? Again, the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, 2 cards, all right. The Five the Five of Swords, and then the 10 of Pentacles. So the father-in-law is going to feel like you are a very hard-working person, and you are a very good candidate, and they will see see you as their daughter and their son-in-law with time. So they see that you work very hard for your family and for your own stability, but sometimes they feel like you make some decisions that are not in the best that are not the best decision to make for the whole family. So maybe you would be called maybe to work extra hard on a job, and have extra hours. So maybe as an example, if you are a doctor and you don't have a lot of time for your family, so they will feel like, yes, you are a hard worker, you are stable, and you are doing a lot for yourself, but that would be at a detriment of maybe your family. But you know, like, you can't have everything. I know that actually parents sometimes they would want like their children to marry some people that like someone that is perfect, but you know, you are doing a lot for yourself, and you don't have time to maybe to take care of things that might be taken care of by another person. So with the mother-in-law, she would feel like you have moved in too fast, and she would be very passionate about expressing herself and also getting involved in the whole thing. So she will have this idea that maybe a relationship that start too fast and just as fast, but I don't see that for you guys. It's just that the mother would feel like you are moving way too fast in the relationship. And with this Ace of Wands, I also see some kind of surface kind of relationship. She might feel like you don't know each other enough for you to get married, and she would maybe to suggest for you to take more time so that you can know each other a little bit more before making that decision. But mostly I see that she would recognize the passion that you have, both of you together. It's just that she would have reservations. Excuse me. She would be afraid maybe if things are gonna fade out, or maybe some kind of problems might arise in the future. But this is just like in her own fears. I don't see that like as in reality. So when it comes to you, I mostly see that yeah, she would feel like you are quite impatient, and you are not taking enough time, as I have said earlier. And with this Three of Swords, maybe there will be some kind of she would feel like she is not taken into account in your decisions. So you will be very clear that the decisions that you two are going to be making are solely coming from you, and you will not be including the especially I see the mother-in-law in here in your decisions, and this might like cause her some kind of she will not be happy about it, but that's just the way it is. Okay, so now let's see when it comes to the both of their energies, and how are they going to feel about you in the marriage. How oops. How are my people that have chosen pile number option number 3? How are their future mother-in-law, father-in-law sees them as their child's spouse? All right, so Goddess. So they will see that you are the one that actually capable of making a lot of decisions in your marriage, and that your husband is going to be very supportive, because he's going to be balanced. Yeah, he's going to give your opinions and intention, your opinions, a lot of weight. So he will be taking your so they're going to see that you are very powerful in the marriage, intuition. And that you have brought some kind of balance in their child's life. So maybe if they were like a hard worker, they were working a lot, so maybe you have brought a partnership, or even that you have started something that maybe a project or maybe a work with your spouse. And what do I see? Yeah, I see here there are like two horses that are pretty equal, but there is a horse here that is led by this woman, and this not horse, it's the unicorn that is also led by this woman. So I see that you're going to be very like scepter. You're going to also, with this card, it's emanating a lot of power that you're going to be having over your future spouse. And but when it comes to your intentions, you are going to be doing it for promotion, for the highest good of the family, because I see that when you are going to be married to your future spouse, he's going to get some kind of a leverage. It's either they're going to be getting a very getting maybe a promotion, or maybe like things are going to go for the better for their child. So at a professional level, they would see that you are going to be bringing a lot of balance and also very supportive and encouraging so that their child can do a lot in their life. 2 cards, please. What the in-laws are going to think about option number 3. Okay, 2 cards, patience and cycles. So with these cycles, I see it mostly with this balance. So you're going to bring some kind of a structure in their lives, and also they're going to be very patient with both of you. So maybe if they are not okay with certain things and how you do certain things in your marriage, they're going to be very patient, and they were going to be try not to be pushy or to impose their own opinions on you. So definitely they will keep a little bit of space, and they will leave you to both of you to make your own decisions. And maybe if you do a mistake, they will just like give a simple advice, but they will not be going on your case like during the marriage or anything, because they see that mostly your future spouse is going to be listening to you, because like you are like those 2 unicorns. You are they will recognize in your marriage that you are very, very united, and if there is something that you would want to do, there is nothing that they will say or do that would make you do otherwise. All right, so yeah, this is what I see for you guys. You that have chosen the option number 3 with this moon card. Thank you very much for watching. Please feel free to comment down below so that I can know what kind of suggestions of videos that you would want me to do in the future. Also, I would like to let you know that private readings are also available. So if you would like to reach out to me, you can look at the information that is in the info box down below so that you can know like my address, email, and also all the details that you might want to know. All right, so thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.